guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hello, my name is Hydee and welcome to my channel. Just last month, I was in Bali for the first time and I got to explore the beautiful island. In today's video, I will be sharing my honest experience, including where I stayed, how I got around, the cafes and restaurants I went to, all the activities that I did, and the reality of Bali. So if you're planning a trip to Bali in 2025, then keep watching. And if you want more insight on everything I did in Bali, check out my Bali vlogs. I'll link them in the description down below. And without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so my first impressions of Bali wasn't all rainbows and sunshines like you might see on Instagram. The second I landed, I just remember it being really hot and sticky and humid that I could barely stand being in the heat for even 1 second. But after some time, I just got used to it. Now, what took me some time to get used to were the geckos in every corner of the Airbnb and just all the random ant piles around in the house, along with lots of other bugs everywhere. But honestly, the biggest thing I had to get used to were the animal noises at night. I think they were frogs and birds and dogs just being so loud that I remember getting no sleep that night. Okay, so let's talk about accommodation. I stayed in a small quiet town called Kadungu at the cutest little villa called Makai Villa. On this day, we actually arrived really late because we had a night flight, and when we got checked in, they had a little welcome basket ready for us filled with snackies, and I found that really sweet. The villa itself was super clean, really spacious, and had this private pool that was perfect for us to enjoy and just wind down. We paid 95 euros a night, which is around $100 US, and for the size and style of the place, it was such a good deal. Renting a scooter cost us around 4.40 euros, which is around $5 a day, and honestly, it's worth it, and it's the easiest and fastest way to get around, in my opinion, because in places like Canggu or Ubud where the traffic can get super backed up, and with a car you're often just sitting there for hours, but with a scooter you can just zip right through the traffic and get around it way faster than a car. And it also just gives you way more freedom. You can pull over to cute cafes, explore random roads, stop by a beach without it being a hassle. Okay, now on to the fun part. Starting off with the Manuaba Waterfall, which felt like a total hidden gem. It's not one of the super famous waterfalls, but honestly that made it better. It wasn't as packed and it was just filled with jungle and nature sounds and fresh water. It only cost us around €1 per person, so it wasn't pricey at all. There's a lot of steep steps, so make sure that you're wearing comfortable shoes. Next, we have the Aloha Ubud swings. And this one was a big deal for me, kind of. I was contemplating a lot whether or not I should even do this one because I am terrified of heights, but I wanted to experience something really cool. This one cost us around 20 to 25 euros per person, so it's not the cheapest activity, but if you love a good view and don't mind being high up, it's a really cool experience. We were literally swinging over palm trees and rice fields, which was insane. Lastly, the monkey forest. This one was so much fun. I had a lot of fun with the monkeys. This cost us around 5 euros per person, and there were monkeys literally everywhere, but most of them were chill. I got to feed a few and luckily didn't get attacked by one. There are also really beautiful temples and big ancient trees throughout the forest, so I thought that was also really nice to look at. Okay, now let's talk about one of my favorite parts of traveling, which is the food, of course. Bali has so many cute cafes and restaurants that it honestly became so hard to choose where to eat, so I narrowed it down to my top 4 favorite spots. One of my favorite places we visited was Blend Cafe in Ubud. I actually found this place on TikTok, and they are known for their acai bowls. Their acai bowls are actually super good there and really refreshing, really colorful, loaded with lots of fruits, granola, and just all that good stuff. Another spot we were at was this restaurant called Nusa, and this place is a Mediterranean restaurant. I was craving Mediterranean food one day, so I just found this spot on the internet, and they have some really good sandwiches and hummus. We also visited this rice field cafe called Tis Cafe, also in Ubud. This one was a little tucked away near the rice fields. I really like this place because of the view. You could see the whole rice field. This cafe also has a pool for you to enjoy, which I thought was really cool. It was just relaxing and just a good place to cool off. Lastly, Waka Restaurant in Kadungu. This place was right on the beach. We went there for an Indonesian dinner, and I swear this was one of the most authentic and tastiest Indonesian restaurant that we went to. Overall, we really enjoyed our time together here. Okay, and lastly, I wanted to talk about the reality of Bali because, to be honest, I feel like a lot of what people see online is sugar-coated, and I just wanted to share my honest experience, especially if you're planning on visiting for the first time. So the first thing, as I already mentioned, is traffic. Another thing is that the streets are not the cleanest. Some parts of town are definitely kept up than others, but overall you'll see trash on the ground and uneven sidewalks and streets, and there are sometimes unpleasant odor in the air depending on where you are. There are also lots of stray dogs. Most of them just mind their own business, but it's something to be aware of, especially if you're not used to it. One thing that really got to me was the heat, and actually the fact that some restaurants and cafes didn't have air conditioning, which was a bit of a surprise. They just had like fans on the ceiling, which wasn't enough when it's like almost 90 degrees every day. And lastly, the mosquitoes. I've already mentioned this. Since the island is so humid and hot, there are lots of mosquitoes there all the time. Luckily, this time I didn't get it as much, but it's always good to have the mosquito repellent in hand because it comes in handy. So, is Bali worth visiting in 2025? Bali's slow-paced life might not be for everyone, but if you're someone who enjoys slow mornings, peaceful views, and a more laid-back pace, it could be definitely something to consider. It's the kind of place that gives you room to pause and enjoy the little things. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching, and hopefully this video was the slightest bit helpful for planning your Bali trip. Let me know in the comments down below if you plan on going to Bali in 2025 or if you've already been there. And if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Love you guys, bye!